Christianity's biggest lie about faith and belief. We all have ideas what faith and belief mean, but God's definition of faith and belief is something different than what we've been told in organized religion. I've written to over 30,000 pastors worldwide, and I get basically two responses to my message. I am a false prophet because I don't believe in their pre-tribulation rapture myth. 2, this is the one we're talking about. Christians are saved by their faith in Jesus Christ alone. They don't need to do anything to show their faith because Jesus Christ did it all. Christians claim to have faith in Jesus Christ. Don't you know that faith is complete trust, confidence in Jesus Christ? How can you have faith in God and not do what he tells you to do? That's unbelief, disobedience, and hypocrisy. In the Great Commission, Jesus said, "As you go, make disciples of all peoples, and teach them to obey everything I have commanded you." Christianity today are not even being taught what Christ commanded his people to do. In Romans 3 is a very good example of faith and belief. It is written, "There is no one righteous, not even one. There is no fear of God. So no one will be declared righteous by the works of the law. But now a righteousness of God has been made known, and the law and the prophets testify to it. This righteousness is given through faith in Yeshua the Messiah to all who believe. For a person is justified by faith apart from works of the law. Do we then nullify the law by this faith? Not at all. Rather, we obey the law." What does God mean by faith and belief? If you truly have biblical faith and belief, these things apply to you. You're established. You're trustworthy. You have trustworthiness, faithful, truth, faith, faithfulness, trustingly. In the Greek words, it's but much the same. Believe, faith, faithful. He is faithful in keeping commands. One who keeps faith, trusting that Yeshua the Messiah is the author of salvation. Faith is action. Can Christians truly believe in Jesus Christ when they don't do what Christ told them to do? That seems so clear. If we believe in him, trust in him, we do what he says. Is a Christian's belief in Jesus Christ true if they don't do what he commanded them? Again, Romans 3, "Apart from the law, the righteousness of God has been made known, to which the law and the prophets have testified. This righteousness is given through faith in Yeshua the Messiah to all who are faithful. There is no difference between Jew or Gentile, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Do we then nullify the law by this faith? Not at all. Rather, we obey the law." This is a New Testament instruction. We are to obey the law by our faith. James is very clear. Don't be foolish. Do you want evidence that faith without deeds is useless? Was not Abraham considered righteous by what he did when he offered his son Isaac? See, his faith and action were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did. A person is considered righteous by what they do, not by faith alone. And Rahab was considered righteous when she gave lodging to the Israeli spies. As the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without deeds is dead. True faith is a faith that works. The one and only God of the Bible doesn't change. He says his ways are eternal. And here is some of the things he said about his commands. Teach them to obey everything I commanded you. Noah did everything Yehovah commanded. Moses did everything Yehovah commanded. The Israelites did everything that Yehovah commanded. God says, do everything I command you, and you will be my people, and I will be your God. Yehovah, do everything I have commanded you. Yeshua says the same thing. Teach them to obey everything I have commanded you. God is very consistent. A faith that works. Stand firm in the will of Yehovah. Be mature and fully assured. Persevere and do the will of Yehovah, so that you will receive what he promised. Do not live earthly lives for human desires, but for the will of Yehovah. Human desires pass away, but he who does the will of Yehovah lives forever. These are New Testament passages about how faith works. Yeshua said, "For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my family, my brother, my sister, my mother." Yeshua, not everyone who says to me, "Lord, Lord," will enter God's kingdom, but only he who does the will of my Father in heaven. You, Yehovah, are our Father, our Redeemer from of old. Faith in action. A faith without action, without works, is dead. This is why Yehovah says, do not trust in man, any man, and why I say, read the Bible to see what is true. Christians cannot just pick the passages they like, because it is the sum total of God's word that is true, and all his laws are eternal.